series with different examples in terms of half range expansions and the concept of even and odd functions and all those topics that we have covered. Today we will be looking at the Fourier integral. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do, I'll just so this is what we have done in the last class. So this was the Fourier series that you had, and then we had the concept of the even and odd functions. We expanded the Fourier series in even expansion or odd expansions. Namely, it is called half range expansions. Okay. So after doing a couple of examples, then I think I gave you some examples for the assignment. And next topic that we are going to start is the Fourier integral. Okay, so we will see how these Fourier series can be transformed into an integral format. So for that, I will just directly take this example from the book because I'm not going to draw all these things, but just want to highlight you what exactly we want to do. So I'm taking this example of the rectangular wave, which you have already studied previously. I mean, we have taken this example. So let us see that this wave is defined in this periodic manner, where the value of the wave is 0 between minus L to minus 1 and 1 to L. So basically it looks like this one over here. Okay. So between minus L to minus 1 onwards, it is actually 0, and plus L to plus 1, it is 0. But in between, it has got value 1. Okay. Now what we want to just highlight is that what would happen if you are going to take this L tends to infinity. Okay, in this example, if you take it to infinite, then what would be the case? So I define a new function fx equal to limit at L tends to infinity f sub L, which is equal to 1 between minus 1 to 1, and it is equal to 0 otherwise. Okay. So from this example, if we see this example, so it is an even function. Take care, it is an even function. So for even function, your bn coefficient is going to be equal to 0. Take care, bn coefficient is going to be equal to 0, and we will have a naught and an. So if we calculate the a naught, so a naught is going to be 1 over 2l minus L2 plus L. So minus L2 plus L, so limits are minus 1 to 1, fx dx, fx equal to 1 dx. So if you work out this, it is going to be equal to 1 over L. And if we calculate an, so an is going to be equal to 1 over L minus L to L, which is minus 1 to 1 into cos n pi x by L. And if you expand this, so this is again odd even function. So this is going to be equal to 2 times 0 to 1 integral. So 2 upon L 0 to 1 cos n pi x L by L dx. Okay, and the integration of this would be sin n pi x upon L divided by n pi by L. So an value we have, a naught value we have. Now what we want to see that what happens if you take L tends to infinity. So before you take it to infinity, let us take some finite values. Okay, so for that, let us see that if you if we take the L equal to 2 and 4 and 8 and like that. So if you take the finite values and then we see what happens to the wave function. I mean the graphical presentation of the waveform of that equation. So if you take up all the Fourier coefficients, so that would be called amplitude spectrum, which is actually plotted over here on the right side. And we see that the value of this amplitude is actually a naught plus this coefficient. And we see that this an is maximum value of the amplitude of the wave an cos n pi x by L. So when you substitute the value of this an into your actual Fourier formula, the formula this one in this one. So when you write down in this one the value of the an, so that an n cos n pi x by L, so this will be maximum when your cos, this value is going to be equal to 1. Okay, so an modulus of an should be the maximum amplitude of your wave. And if you see this figure, the below figure, so it has the spectrum for all the periods of different periods, 2L equal to 4, 8, 16. So initially we are just taking the finite values. Okay, so 2L equal to, let's say, 4. So that's a waveform. That's how it looks like, this f of L, f sub L waveform. It will be between -2 to +2. And if you plot the amplitude spectrum, so amplitude spectrum is actually the plot of your AL values, AN values, this value. So AN is equal to 2 sine n pi x by L upon n pi. Okay, AN is equal to 2 sine n pi by L into divided by n pi. So if I just write a notation for this period n pi by L, let's say it is Wn equal to n pi by L. And on the x-axis, I'm putting the Wn, and on the y-axis, we have this amplitude An. So An versus Wn, if you plot this graph.
Hello, sir.
Haji.
Can you zoom in more?
You can zoom in from your side as well.
Yeah, I think if you do it from your side also, then it will be visible. Okay, I think this is the maximum I can see.
Yes, sir. Fine, it is fine.
Okay, thank you. So if you take up the amplitude spectrum, then this is how it looks like. So this is the wave plot of sine n pi x by L, sine Wn upon Wn L. Okay. So if you take initially 2L equal to 4, so that means L equal to 2, and if you say this is going to be n pi by 2, and for n pi by 2 and different values of n, small n, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to n. So you can plot this whole function. It would look something like this. And in between this, every waveform, you are actually having your amplitude nodes. So for n equal to 1, it shows up here. N equal to 2, it shows up here, 0. For n equal to 3, it shows up here. N equal to 4 here, 5, like that. So if you look at the number of amplitudes per unit half wave, okay, so this is your full wave. This one, this up to this, that's your full wave. If I just take the half of it, then you have only one amplitude, okay, in the half wave. So for 2L equal to 4, we have one amplitude per half wave of the function. All right. Now, if you increase the value of L, for let's say 2L equal to 8, so you will have L equal to 4. So in that case, what you are observing, that you are going to have 3 amplitudes. So 1, 2, and 3. 3 amplitudes per half wave. Okay. But notice that the value of the amplitude is actually going down, but the number of amplitudes are increasing. Okay. And similarly, if you increase to 2L equal to 16, so this is for 2L equal to 16, and if you take the amplitude spectrum, then you are actually having 7 waves. 7 amplitudes per unit half wave. ये जो पूरा half wave है, in this half wave you are having 7 amplitudes. So what, and again the amplitude value is decreasing. So what we are observing, that as you increasing L from 12 so equal to 4 to 8 to 16, what is happening, that your amplitude spectrum is getting denser and denser, and the value of the amplitude is going down. Okay. That is the conclusion from this observation. Now, this is just a graphical understanding that we wanted to have. in order to see that what would happen if you take L tends to infinity, because that is our ultimate purpose to see, because we want to convert this Fourier series into the Fourier integral, है ना? तो
Sir,
Fourier, हाँ जी,
सर एम्पलीट्यूड का इसमें क्या मतलब है?
हाँ जी,
इसमें एम्पलीट्यूड से क्या मतलब है सर, समझ नहीं आया मुझे.
So amplitude is actually representing the whole function, which is actually how it is actually decaying over a period of time. ये जो function है, amplitude से मतलब in the sense what we want to see is that we want to see that over a period of time, as the L tends to infinity, the whole wave is going to be get flattened. ठीक है, जो पूरा wave है that will be flattened, and amplitude is getting denser and denser, which means that you are actually making it very finer and finer and finer and finer, and at one point what you will be observing is that the whole function is actually going to be straightened down, because we want to see that what you are doing with L tends to infinity, because we want to increase in terms of we want to see that what happens to the Fourier series when your period is actually increasing. So Fourier series, what we have seen, this is only for a finite period, and this Fourier series what we have seen is for a finite period, for period of 2L. But if you see in practice, there are plenty of applications where you will see that the period is actually going to infinite. So in order to see this, we want to just take this analogy to see that how the wave gets flattened and flattened over a period of, increasing period of 2L. Okay. And when you completely replace L tends to infinity, then how one can derive the whole Fourier integral. So that is the next step we are going to do. Okay. So, okay, yeah. So purpose of this illustration is only to realize that this whole spectrum will be actually becoming more and more denser over a period of amplitude, period of the value of the period. Okay, and ultimately this whole spectrum is getting flattened. So this is what you see over here. And the purpose of this exercise is to see that when you are limiting your function fx between certain interval, then how we will represent this what do you call, how we will represent this periodic function which is having an infinite period. Because we cannot use the Fourier series. Fourier series is only for the finite periods, which we have like 2L or 2 pi, whatever. But what will be if you take this period to be infinite? Okay, so let's now just calculate these Fourier series. Fourier. So we will make a transition from Fourier series to Fourier integral. So ultimately, what we are interested in. So we are interested in to replace the summation by an integral. That's what all it means. So for that purpose, let us write down the expression for your Fourier series. So we have taken this function f sub L, which is what we have defined previously. Now, if you write the Fourier series for this particular function, so what we have generally, the form is a naught plus the summation n equal to 1 to infinity, which goes from an into cos n pi x by L. Now, what I'm doing here, I will be replacing the n pi by L by this term w sub n. Okay. So an cos n pi x by L. So this is going to be wnx plus pn sine wnx. All right. Where you have your function, you have your period, which is n pi by L, which is defined by this parameter wn. So as you take this L to infinity, so wn is actually not just restricted to the n values like w1, w2, w2, 3, not that, but it will cover the whole range. So wn is ultimately it is going to be turning into a finite parameter on a continuous parameter instead of having a discrete parameter. Okay. Now let us substitute the value of this an and bn in this integral itself. So in that case, one would have, what is this happening? Okay, so what we will be doing, we will insert the value of an and bn. So in that case, your a naught and also the value of a naught. Okay. Now because we are having a different function defining in terms of x, so what we will do, we will actually write down the coefficients by a different integral parameter. So generally, like if you write down the expression for a naught, so it is simply 1 upon 2l integral from minus infinity to plus infinity fx dx. That's what we write down. Okay. Or I mean minus l to plus l. So minus l to plus l fx. But because we are having this parameter, we are replacing a whole new parameter over here, wn equal to n pi by l. So we are going to write down this whole integration in the variable of v instead of x. So in that case, this fl is going to be equal to a naught equal to 1 over 2l integral from minus l to plus l. Now instead of f of l as a function of x, we are going to have f of l as a function of v, and I'm putting dv so as an integral variable. So that is a naught plus your summation n equal to 1 to infinity 1 over l. So let us take out this. Okay, when I have this an, yeah, so an is going to be equal to 1 over l. So I'm just going to write down it on the before the summation in the bracket. You are going to have an cos wn nx. So an is going to be equal to integral from minus l to plus l f of l v cos wn v dv. Remember, this is just the value of your an. Okay, and still we have this cos wnx. So I will just write down it somewhere here. Okay, let's just, these two are separate, so I'll just write down here. So cos w n x, this is cos w n x. Okay, cos wx. So that is your an, plus you will have bn, which is going to be equal to, so I'm writing this term first, sine wn x, and then integral from minus l to plus l fl as a function of v cos sine w n v dv. ठीक है, what's happening?
सर ये cos और sin बाहर क्यों है?
Cos का sin, because the integration is with respect to dv, है ना, the variable integral is,
मतलब x को b से replace किया ना?
sorry
Sir, we just have changed the variable na from x to v.
Yeah, we have changed the variable. That is just because we are taking this whole change from I mean, we are replacing this whole period by this particular variable, and later on we will see that the whole integral will be replaced in w. Okay, it will be whole replaced in w. We are changing it because we do not want to get confused between both the sign to be same. If you take it x to be the same, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, cos square x हो जाएगा, है ना? And these both are not same, because what we are trying to do here is that we want to introduce this parameter l, where, because we will take a limit now, l tends to infinity, and then when you will take that variable over here, so it is not going to affect this what do you call this whole term. It is not going to affect this whole term. because what we want is that we want to actually minimize this integral. जो example जो हमने देखा, so this as we take L tends to infinity, so this whole terms goes down, it becomes flat and flat, so that when you take your these Fourier coefficients, so Fourier coefficients are going to be actually replaced by the Fourier integral. Okay, so therefore we have to
Yes,
keep
sir, I
it
understand.
separate. Yeah, so let us move ahead. Now we will take a difference of delta W. I don't know why this got stuck. Okay. So delta W is equal to, so we are taking two, I mean, difference between the two parameter of your period, this one. I mean, if you take n plus 1 pi by L minus n pi by L. So del Wn plus 1 minus Wn. So if you take it like that, Wn plus 1 minus Wn. So that will be equal to, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so I'm also very new to this platform, so I'm learning. This screen has got stuck here. Anyway, Wn plus 1 is equal to okay, this should be better. So Wn plus 1 minus n, delta W equal to Wn plus 1 minus Wl and Wn. So this is going to be equal to n plus 1 pi by L minus n pi by L. So this is going to be equal to, your n pi by L will get cancelled. So you will have pi by L. Okay, you will have pi by L. So delta W is equal to pi by L. Okay, and from this we can say 1 upon L is equal to delta W upon pi. Delta W upon pi. 1 over L equal to delta W upon pi. Why? Because we will need it over here to substitute in these expressions. Okay, so that we will do now, and 1 over 2L to minus L to plus L FL V dV plus, now 1 upon L is replaced by this parameter delta W upon pi. So delta W upon pi, out of which I will insert this delta W in this integral, in the summation inside. Okay. So 1 over pi, because at the moment we have not yet replaced this summation, it is still the summation. So inside the summation, this is going to be delta W, summation delta W into cos W and X. Okay, and this whole term will remain as it is, minus L to L FLV cos. So I'm not writing this whole term. ठीक है, ये पूरा cos का term है. This is going to be the whole cos term over here, and plus we will have delta W again here because it is multiplied inside. So sine W and X into the same integral of minus L to L. ये sine वाला जो term है FLV into sine wala terms. Again, I'm not writing the whole term, so you just write it. That's a bracket over. So why this is getting stuck here? Okay. ठीक है. Okay, so delta W. Now, what we want to see is that when you take L up to infinity, because now that comes the part where you are converting it from your discrete format to a continuous format. And so for summation is generally used for the discretization, and integral is used for the continuous operation. So if you take L tends to infinity, so ये वाला जो term है ना, this will be 0 because this L tends to infinity. So first term will be a equal to 0, and if you write down the remaining two terms, both the terms, so this is going to be equal to 1 upon pi, 1 upon pi integral. Now this, okay, so this is the summation n equal to 1 to infinity. Okay. Now this will turn into the integral instead of the summation. So integral from 0 to infinity, and the whole integral will be in the operational parameter of variational integral of dw. Okay, cos dnx w, and this whole integral. So what I'm going to do, I will just write down a different notation for this whole integral. So let us say that that is something called a as a function of w, and your integral and your cosine term, which is cos w and x delta w, so that will be dw, and plus you will have again this whole term where I'm writing this whole term as some constant, some coefficient b as a function of w into sine w and x dw. Okay, so this whole integral, so now this is equal, so this is your f of x, because if this is what we are doing, that fx is defined as the limit L tends to infinity f sub L. Okay, so your fx is equal to 1 over pi 0 to infinity a as a function of w cos w and x dw plus b as a function of w sine wx dw, where our coefficients are integral aw equal to 1 over pi. Acha. So we can replace this 1 over pi in our integrals. Okay, so I'm removing it from here, and you can simply write down 1 over pi integral for both a and b coefficients, because that is where it belongs for that whole integral. So you have 1 over pi from minus infinity to plus infinity, because it is minus L to plus L, and you are taking L tends to infinity. So minus infinity to plus infinity f of v cos w v dv. Okay, cos w v dv. Over here, the integration parameter is in v, okay, not in x. And similarly, b is equal to 1 over pi integral from minus infinity to plus infinity f of v sine wv dv. So this is called Fourier integral, this whole picture. So this whole picture, so this is called Fourier integral. Okay. So we have replaced the whole summation by an integral, and let us just go back and see. Yeah, so we started with this idea where we wanted to replace this summation by an integral. So we chosen this parameter n pi by L to be equal to w sub n, and then we have written this Fourier series in the form of w, our new parameter that we have introduced. In this Fourier series, we want to let L tends to infinity. So before we do that, we wanted to just see that let us introduce the values of these coefficients an and bn. So we substituted this value of an and the value of bn, and then we have taken this difference delta w equal to wn plus 1 minus wn equal to this. So this difference we wanted to see, and that is equal to pi by L, and from that 1 over L is equal to delta W upon pi. So we plug in these expressions over here, where we have replaced this 1 over L by this delta W upon pi. So 1 upon pi here, delta W inside this summation, remaining terms as it is, and then we have introduced two coefficients a and b, which would represent your function in integral from minus infinity to infinity. So minus L to plus L hai, that is now replaced by minus infinity to plus infinity. So now this is valid for any function which is having even an infinite period, because we have removed our limits from minus L to L jo tha pehle. So from that we have removed it to minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, so let us take an example. So this will give some more clear picture. Okay, let's take an example. So some example we should take from this book. So let us say f of x equal to 1 when your function is modulus of x is less than 1, and the function is 0 when your modulus of x is greater than 1. Okay, so if you plot this graphically, this is going to be something like so between this minus 1 and plus 1, minus 1 and plus 1, the function of value is 1, and this is f of x, this is x. So between minus 1 and plus 1, it is actually 1, and then there is a break. Okay, there is no continuity, there is a break. So this is equal to 0 beyond these all values, even for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 2, minus 0. So only between minus 1 to 1, it is having a value 1. Now for this particular function, we want to see what will be the Fourier integral, and what will be the Fourier integral. So for that, first, so if we look at these equations, we have this. So ultimately, we want to determine this. Take a whole integral. So in order to calculate the integral, we need these two coefficients, AW and BW. I mean A as a function of W and B as a function of W. Okay. Now let us find out AW is equal to 1 over pi. तो ये वाला जो अपना फॉर्मूला है माइनस इंफिनिटी टू प्लस इंफिनिटी f of v cos wv dv. So f of v cos wv dv. Okay, let me just write down. Now this equation will turn into integral is only between minus 1 to plus 1. Other than that, the function is actually 0. So minus 1 to plus 1, the value of the function is 1. So this is simply cos wv dv. Okay. And if you work out this integral, so this is going to be equal to 1 over pi, and this is going to be sine wv over w. Integration is with respect to v, minus 1 to 1. So this is going to be equal to 2 times sine w upon pi into w, or w into pi. Okay, so that is your coefficient A. Now let's try and find out the, okay, so that's your coefficient A. Now coefficient B, that is going to be 1 over pi integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, but we have only minus 1 to plus 1, and the function of f of v, it is going to be equal to 1, and you have sine wv dv. ठीक है, तो ये तो हमें पता है दिस इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू 0 ना, बिकॉज साइन का पूरा ये होगा तो इट विल बी 0, साइन का कॉस हो जाएगा और कॉस का पूरा ये 0 हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Now let us plug in these values in your Fourier series. So f of x equal to we had the integral from 0 to infinity into a as a function of w into cos w and x dw. So let's just go to this. Yeah, so we have this thing. So we just have the value of a and cos w and x dw. So value of a is actually 2 sine w upon w pi into cos w and x cos wx dw. Actually, we have just, yeah, we need to remove this part here. So n nahi rahega because we have replaced it. So okay. So you will have cos wx dw. Actually, so that is the answer. Actually, if you just want to complete over your, I mean, question that find the Fourier integral, then this is the answer. Other than that, you can take out these 2 over pi outside. So 2 over pi integral 0 to infinity sine w into cos wx upon w dw. So that's your Fourier integral of this function f of x. So whatever functions we were given, this function that we were given, so we have converted into an integral. Okay, previously what we were doing a series. So we were getting the answers in the form of the series of summations. We were getting the series of summations. So you will have multiple terms, discrete terms. But now our answers will be in the form of an integral. Okay, in the form of an integral. So that would be the final answer. Okay. Now, if you go ahead further in this particular format where you want to just see what would be the meaning of this integral, okay, then this would actually give you the value of sine w. Okay, let me just write down. So sine integral from 0 to infinity sine w into cos wx divided by w dw. Now this is equal to f of x. Okay, this is equal to f of x. Now f of x, if we look at the format of the f of x, so function is actually having value of 1 between -1 to +1. Okay, so if you write down the value of this integral, f of x equal to 1 between -1 to +1. So this is going to be equal to pi by 2. The condition being -1 less than x less than 1. Okay. Now this is going to be equal to now what is happening at this discontinuity. And यहाँ पे function is actually discontinuous. So as we have discussed previously, this discontinuity at the point of discontinuity, how do we find the value of the function? That the left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2. And a left hand limit plus right hand limit divided by 2. So left hand limit यहाँ पे देखेंगे the function is actually 0. And a function is getting 0, or even on both the sides. If you take on either sides, the function is getting 0, so one side. So 0 plus on the other side, the value of the function is actually 1. So 0 plus 1 by 2. So that is equal to 1 by 2. So at the values of x equal to 1, you will be having the value to be equal to pi by 2. Okay. So sorry, 1 by 2. The function का जो value है, that will be equal to 1 by 2. So if you substitute it on here, f of x equal to 1 by 2, then this is going to be equal to pi by 4. So x equal to 1. At the value of x equal to 1, you will have the value. The value of the integral is pi by 4. And so because our limit is from 0 to infinity, so we are just taking in that sense. Acha, yeah, maybe this should be replaced by 0 to less than x less than 1. Okay, and if you go above this, I mean, if you go beyond this particular value, that is x greater than 1, so then it is going to be equal to 0. Okay, so that is how one can actually interpret these results. Okay, and this is actually also called the sine integral. है ना, sine ये वाला जो है first. This is also called the value of the sine integral. I mean, if specific case, if you take x equal to 1, so this is going to be equal to pi by 4. So that one can verify by taking like ये हो जाएगा sin w into cos w. So 2 upon 2 multiply करेंगे तो this is going to be sin 2 w upon w square, and if you do the integration of this, so you will be able to find the value of pi by 4 from 0 to infinity. ठीक है, so that was all about the Fourier integral. Now I will just quickly just take this Fourier cosine and sine integral. So I will take this topic of Fourier cosine integral and Fourier sine integral. Fourier cosine integral. So Fourier cosine integral is actually it actually associated with the even functions. It is concerned with the even functions. So if your function is even, तो क्या हो जाएगा our definition of this integral that we have seen, this one. So this one. So this will become 0. The coefficient b. So for Fourier cosine integral, coefficient b is going to be equal to 0, and the coefficient a is going to be equal to, it is actually 1 over pi minus infinity to plus infinity. So that will be 2 times 0 to infinity into AWX cos WX dW. ठीक है, and then you plug in this value in your Fourier integral, so that should give you the f of x equal to 0 to infinity. So I mean, it's no point in writing because it simply is the value cos W x dW. अच्छा, यहाँ पे I have to just change this integral should be in the v. Integral variable is v, and it is not x because our series is in the x over here. So ultimately coefficients are, we are changing the integrals. At one level it doesn't make much sense because it is ultimately you're going to put a limit over here to calculate, so it doesn't make much difference, but yeah, better to just follow the notations. So that will be your Fourier cosine integral, this one, and in which the value of a is going to be this. Similarly, one can write the Fourier sine integral. So Fourier sine integral. So Fourier sine integral, it is concerned with the odd functions. Okay, and over here, your coefficient of a is going to be equal to 0, because वहाँ पे cos का term है. So cos is odd even function. This is odd function. Even into odd, that will be odd function. So जो ये पूरा integral है, that will be equal to 0, and the coefficient b is going to be equal to 2 times the integral 0 to infinity into f of v sine wv dv. ठीक है, and the Fourier series will be जहाँ पे जिस सिर्फ से प्लेस हो जाएगा, it will be by b, f of x equal to 0 to infinity b sine wx dw. That will be your Fourier sine integral. I'm not writing that down here. You can write f of x will be this one. So that is how one can transform from one particular function into an integral form by taking up these equations. So if you know the given function, whether it is odd function or even function, you can directly write down their Fourier cosine integral or Fourier sine integral. ठीक है, So we can take one example, है ना? Let us just take one example. We will not complete the example, but we will just finish it. Half of it, maybe rest of it we'll do it tomorrow. So example we have is the function of exponential e to the power minus kx, where x is greater than 0, k is greater than 0. And the question is that we have to find out the Fourier cosine integral and Fourier sine integral for this function. Okay, so let us just take one first. So Fourier cosine integral. So Fourier cosine integral, we have to set equal to 0, and we need to find the coefficient a, which is equal to 2 over pi, integral from 0 to infinity f of v cos wv dv. So this is equal to 2 over pi so this is equal to 2 over pi integral from 0 to infinity f of v is equal to e raised to minus kx. So f of x is equal to k, so f of v equal to e raised to minus kv, e raised to minus kv into cos wv dv. ठीक है, अब इसका इंटीग्रेशन करना है तो वी नीड टू डायरेक्टली अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला, है ना, जो फॉर्मूला इसमें जो रहता है योर इंटीग्रल e raised to ax cos bx, that is the formula, and you will have e raised to ax upon a square plus b square. ठीक है, a square plus b square integral is a square b square into a cos bx plus b sin bx. ठीक है, a cos bx plus b sin bx. So this formula we have to just directly apply in the calculation of our integral. ये वाला जो इंटीग्रल है, तो यहाँ पे a जो है that is equal to minus k, ठीक है, and is equal to w. ठीक है, so if you just simply apply that formula here, this is going to be equal to e raised to minus k v, ठीक है, because e raised to ax upon a square plus b square, so a square plus b square होगा k square plus w square, and we will have a cos bx, so a is equal to minus k cos bx, so that is a cos wv plus b sin bx, so plus b is w sin bx, so sin wv. All right, the limit is from 0 to infinity. So this is going to be equal to e2 by pi, and first e is going to be 0 because e raised to minus infinity, this is going to be equal to 0, and the second one is going to be equal to, remember we have v as a parameter of integration, so we will be having 0 minus k cos w v. Okay, so this is going to be equal to cos 0, so that is b going to be equal to 1. Okay, so minus k, and this is going to be sin 0 is going to be equal to 0. So this is going to be equal to 2k by pi. अच्छा, ये वाला टर्म है यहाँ पे लिखना है, so you can write down k square plus w square. So this is going to be equal to 2k upon pi into k square plus w square. square plus w square. Now this is just the coefficient a, and this is just coefficient a. So you have to plug it in the Fourier integral, which is f of x equal to integral 0 to infinity into the function a, coefficient a. So this is going to be 2k upon pi k square plus w square, that is a, and multiplied by cos of wx dw. Okay, so that is going to be your answer. Or if you just take out the common constants, 2k by pi, and then you write down this whole integral. So cos wx divided by k square plus w square into e. We have somewhere lost this f of x. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that is not. So this is going to be w. So that is your answer. So on the left hand side, this is your f of x. So this is going to be e raised to minus kx. Okay. So from this also one can write down the value of this integral. ये जो integral है, so this integral is going to be equal to 0 to infinity cos wx divided by k square plus w square. So that is equal to pi upon 2 भी यहाँ पे चला जाएगा. So this is going to be pi upon 2k, and this is going to be e raised to minus kx, and this is called Laplace integral. ये वाला जो है, so this is called Laplace integral. ठीक है. So that is the Fourier cosine integral. ये वाला जो है, this thing. This is your Fourier cosine integral for the function e to the power minus kx. So दूसरा है, so I will give it to you as a home exercise. ठीक है, that you do it by yourself. Fourier साइन इंटीग्रल, तो वो आपको अपने आप करना है. तो उसमें भी आपको ऐसे ही एक आंसर मिलेगा. तो दैट विल give you one more value of the integral. ठीक है, that will also be the Laplace integral. So there are two Laplace integral, one cosine one and one sine one. तो साइन वाला जो है यहाँ से मिलेगा. इसको जब आप कैलकुलेट करेंगे, so you will get the value of same function but in the sine integral. So that will be your Laplace sine integral. Okay, so I think we should end here, and maybe if some examples, yeah, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, we'll do some examples tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, on Monday. Okay, so we'll see you on Monday. I hope it was understandable. And yes, I'm using this pad for the first time writing notes, but I hope it will be clear more to you now. So I will get used to it. It should not be a big issue for that. Okay, so thank you for your attention. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.